Hello everyone, welcome back to Toyota Talk. On today's video we're going to be going over this 2023 Toyota Corolla Hybrid SE all-wheel drive. This is the Celestite color, sort of a silverish bluish color, and again the SE all-wheel drive package, so it has some more of the sportier accents around it. So as I said, this is the 2023 Corolla Hybrid SE all-wheel drive. For 2023, they updated the Corolla Hybrid quite a bit. Before, it used to just sort of be a base or a premium package, and that would just be basically cloth or leather. Now you can get SE, LE, LE all-wheel drive, SE all-wheel drive. There is an XSE option as well, which will have leather. So you can see the 18-inch alloy wheels. They're not quite black, definitely like a dark gray color. See the all-wheel drive badge on the side there. And then inside of the car, some red accents on the seats. So part of that SE package, as well as some more stuff up front. Again, the same front seats, similar to the back seats. So we'll go over the outside and then we'll get in the inside. So the Corolla was last redesigned in 2020. That's when it got its sort of current generation. Some little updates they did for 23. One of the main things is Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. So a little bit more updated safety system, your lane departure assist, radar cruise control. All that's just gotten a little bit more advanced. Your sensor in the top of the windshield, then actually there's a sensor in behind that little piece right here. That's where your radar is for the cruise control. See a new headlight design. You can see the actual turn signal, the amber. Before it used to be a triple J design, so it'd be sort of three separate J's in there, shaped like a J. This does actually have a remote starter. So I'll put on the screen a little screenshot of the Remote Connect. So that's the Toyota app that you can get. So you can start the car, lock the car, unlock it, everything from your phone. In Canada, you'll have a 3-year trial of that. You could pay after that monthly if you wanted to keep up the subscription. But there is also a short range remote starter on the key fob. So with the key, you'll press lock, and then press and hold. You can see the lights flashing, so now you can let go. So they'll continue to flash for a second until the actual car turns on. So because it is a hybrid, it will likely start just in EV mode, like an electric mode. So the car will stay running for 10 minutes. It will turn off. You can remote start it one more time with the key fob. After that, you would actually have to physically go out and start the car to sort of reset the system. So you will still need the key to actually get in the vehicle and drive. It won't actually drive unless you have the key inside of it. There are some certain Toyota models now that have what they call a digital key. So the Toyota Crown and some of the new Prius Prime, they will actually be able to drive the vehicle just with your cell phone. So you won't actually need the physical key in the car even. So the Celestite, you can really see the color once the sun hits it. Really, really popular color on the new Corollas, Corolla Hybrids. See the sunroof. So part of the SE package once we open the door. So that same red accents I mentioned on the seats. Full digital gauge cluster, 8-inch touchscreen. So wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. That was part of the refresh for 2023. See, this car actually only has 1 kilometer on it right now. So these are built in Japan. Just arrived here just a couple days ago. This is a sold unit. Some more controls here. We'll go over all these a little bit more in depth once we're inside. So having a quick look at the trunk, the SE model does actually have a trunk release on the hatch. So just right on the bottom, can't really see it just beside the backup camera. So inside here, carpet mats, rubber mats, those all come standard with all the new Toyotas. So no actual spare tire. You can see there's a tire inflator kit, so a little air compressor, and then basically a sealant, like a liquid. That orange cable you see, that's for some of the hybrid batteries. So this will lift up. A little bit more storage underneath, not a whole lot. So once the car is unlocked, so some tethers on the bottom for your child seats, as well as up top if you had the straps to connect. 3 different hookups in the center, cup holders, armrest, and there's 2 USB Type-C chargers for the back seats. So now inside of the vehicle, press your foot on the brake pedal, press the power button. So the car turns on. Just takes a second for everything to come into life. So ton of information in there. It's as I mentioned, a whole digital gauge cluster. And then on the center console, center stack, you can see my profile is detected right now. So that's just part of that app system. So it'll remember some of your settings, some of your radio presets from other cars that you drive. All your climate controls in the center, your temperature, and then your fan speed. Down below, wireless charging pad, heated front seats, USB charger port on the side, glove box just right here, opens down. Some more controls in the center, different drive modes, EV mode, your whole gear selector, so park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then this B that's sort of like a brake mode, like a low gear basically for the hybrids. Your parking brake, and then a brake hold. This does actually slide forward. Inside, some more storage, USB Type-C, 12-volt outlet. All pretty standard stuff. A lot more controls in here that's all sort of customizable. Some controls on the steering wheel for your radar, cruise control, lane departure assist. This will be for your radio stations that you're listening to. Mode is to cycle between AM or FM, SXM. And on the left-hand side, this directional pad, so that will control that screen. So we'll go through all those settings in a second. And then further down below, volume controls, that's a voice command, voice assist, button for your phone calls. And then going over each of these in detail, so the very farthest left one, a dial for the brightness of your gauge cluster, your automatic high beams, traction control, heated steering wheel. This here, little heating elements in the bottom of the windshield to help defrost the wipers, wiper de-icers they call it. And then that is a fuel door release. Your actual hood release is further down there too, just right there. And then there is a trunk release. Some more window locks on the door panel. So now looking at this screen here, so you can see a lot of things there. It shows what gear you're in the center, as well as how fast you're going. On the far left-hand side, you'll see your coolant temperature. On the right-hand side, you'll see your fuel capacity, how much fuel you actually have in your tank. The very bottom right corner, distance to empty, 939 kilometers. So this car is rated at about 5 liters every 100 kilometers, about between 55 and 60 miles per gallon. You see in the top right corner, you have your time. Top left corner, you have the exterior temperature. And then that little EV indicator just showing that we are in EV mode. This here ready, just showing that the car is actually ready to drive. So on the main screen, if you go to vehicle and then energy flow. So right here, so I really like to show this to customers. A lot of people still haven't driven hybrids before. So this is basically a map of the car showing where your power is coming from, where it's going to. So even in park right now, if we put your foot on the accelerator pedal, the gas engine will turn on, and now you can see the gasoline engine is turning the electric motor to charge the battery. So really cool to sort of wrap your head around what's happening, how the hybrid system all works behind the scenes. These do drive seamlessly, like you don't have to charge them or anything like that. As you're driving, it will simply just charge itself. And again, about 950 kilometers is a full range on about, I think it's about 40 liters, 41 liter tank, I believe it is. So this screen, I mentioned you can control it all with the left-hand side of the steering wheel. So a lot of different stuff here. So EV driving ratio. So essentially it just shows how much of a certain trip was in electric vehicle mode compared to the gasoline mode. You can have an eco score. You can have your fuel economy. Just depends on what you want to see here. So adaptive cruise, compass, your radio. So if there was the radio station playing right now. So drive info. So that's for each individual trip you take. That energy monitor, that's the same as what's on that screen there. Tire pressures. An all-wheel drive screen, so you can see where the power is actually going to. So new this year for the Corolla hybrids to have all-wheel drive. And then if you go down, all of your safety system. So Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. So there's a ton of features in here. You can turn on each one, on or off. You can leave it on or off. If you don't like certain ones, you just change it and you don't have to worry about it. In here, you can go to meter type. So you can actually change it to more of a sporty meter. If you go down again, so that's just different messages. So if you had a low tire pressure, low washer fluid, and then back down all the way to the top. So as I said, ton of information in there. It's all configurable depending on what you want to see, as well as here. So if you go to music, you get to enable audio and then set your presets. If your phone were connected, this here is some more information on the vehicle. If you go back, trip information, it'll actually show a chart based off your driving history. You can see, or each individual current trip. So I mentioned already, this car only has 1 kilometer off on it. I sense that noticed that the cars built in Japan, they typically come with only about 1 or 2 kilometers. Some of the North American built cars will come with maybe 5 or 10 kilometers on them. So thanks again for watching this episode of Toyota Talk. As always, this is Clayton Bannon, one of the sales managers here at Orangeville Toyota. If you have any questions about this specific car, let me know in the comments below. If there's any specific feature or any other Toyota you want to see more in depth, like I said, let me know in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos coming up soon.